I'm Natalia Bonner. So something that I love about machine quilting with rulers is the control and the accuracy that I can create. I'm going to be showing you today how to use the 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler, and I'm going to be machine quilting some cross hatching on this super cute heart block. So a lot of times when I'm showing you my machine quilting, I like to work off what the blocks give me. So as I'm quilting out this cross hatching, I'll be starting here on the bottom of the block and working with the lines that the quilt gives me. I'll also be using the lines on the 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler, so I don't have to do any marking. Let's hop down here to my machine and let's get started. So I am working on a video where I'll show my full process of custom machine quilting this adorable quilt. It's so much fun. I'm creating some fun fills up here with free motion quilting and then working back and forth between a couple of different ruler quilting designs. But today I'll show you how I'm going to use the 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler to quilt out these adorable hearts. So I do first have the Quilter's Dream wool batting here on this quilt, and I like to use this batting because I love like that extra loft and wool and loft and texture that this batting creates. So to quilt out this design, because I am doing ruler quilting, you can see that I have the ruler foot here on my Gammill quilting machine. Now a ruler foot is an essential tool when doing any machine quilting with rulers, and I do recommend picking one up from your machine manufacturer or machine dealer. But from the needle position to the outside of a ruler foot, it measures 1/4 of an inch. And this is pretty much standard on all the machines I've seen. So I know that anytime I'm going to be doing any machine quilting with rulers, I need to be holding my ruler 1/4 of an inch away from where I want my thread to intersect. So what I'll do first here is stitch in the ditch. I like the look of stitch in the ditch. I like the way it finishes off designs. So I'll first stitch in the ditch down to this bottom point on this heart. So as I'm doing my machine quilting here, I'm quilting on my Gammill 22-inch machine. And I am stitching in the stitch regulated mode with my stitch length set at 13 stitches per inch. So another tool that you always need when doing ruler quilting is a ruler base. And I have one on my machine. You can see I'm kind of showing the corners of it here. But this creates a nice large flat working surface so that your ruler has a stable base under it. And whether you're working on a sit down machine or a long arm machine, you do need to make sure you have those tools. So next I'm going to create another straight line. So I'll travel up my ditch here, moving up 1 inch. Now I'm eyeballing about how far 1 inch is. So I think about there is 1 inch. I'll turn the ruler. Now remember, I told you that it's 1/4 of an inch from the needle to the outside of the foot. So here on the 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler, I'll line up the line that has the 1 inch marking. It's the 3rd line on the ruler. I'll line that up with that ditch or that previous stitch line. By doing this, now my lines are going to be evenly spaced 1 inch apart. All right, there's my first line. So now I'll travel up this ditch or the side of the block, and I'll repeat that process again, lining up the 1 inch marked line on the ruler. All right, so we'll speed this up a little bit, but I think you get the idea. I'm going to repeat this, stitching straight lines that are all evenly spaced 1 inch apart. Make sure when you're doing any ruler quilting that you use gentle pressure, both on the ruler as well as on the machine. All right, so once I've quilted all around that heart going in that direction, which this is a really cute design, use this, take inspiration, create 1 inch lines, adorable. Anyway, so now I'll travel down this stitch, down here, and then I'm going to repeat that process, stitching lines 1 inch apart. how that block turned out. I just used the 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler, which I do have our Piece and Quilt pop socket ruler grip added to the top of the ruler to quilt out those straight lines, and it's so much fun to see just how much interest you can create with straight line quilting. And you can do this on a sit down machine or a long arm machine, but you can pick up the ruler and the Piece and Quilt pop socket grip over on our website, plus enroll in the Piece and Quilt Academy, where I will be sharing my full process of custom machine quilting this adorable quilt. Plus, when you enroll in the Piece and Quilt Academy, you also get access to over 160 other awesome machine quilting videos. So check all that out on our website, but before you do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will be back soon with another machine quilting video.